Hello, I'm U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg. Our transportation systems are a wonderful resource, connecting us to our loved ones, to jobs, to opportunities, and opening our eyes to new worlds. But for millions of people around the globe, including here in the U.S., transportation systems are also often the means by which they are brought to or kept in one of the most sinister practices that still exists in our world: human trafficking. Victims might be sent here from another country or preyed upon in their own hometowns in the U.S. They are all too often trafficked on airplanes, buses, subways, trains, taxis, ride shares, ships, private vehicles, any way you can think of to move people. And those who attempt to escape may depend on our transportation systems to get away. Victims can be citizens or non-citizens, women or men, adults or children, from rural, suburban, and urban areas alike. As leaders in transportation, and as Americans who use our transportation networks, I'm asking for your help to end human trafficking. Victims are often moved in public, opening an opportunity to help someone if transportation officials or travelers know what to look for and feel empowered to call in a tip. The U.S. Department of Transportation has created training processes and public awareness materials tailored for transportation. We have trained our 55,000 employees on how to detect and report human trafficking. And we've awarded funding to help those working to prevent human trafficking and support its victims. We're not acting alone. I want to thank the over 500 transportation leaders from local governments, transportation organizations, labor, and NGOs who have signed pledges against human trafficking. Their work is crucial, and so is yours. This isn't a partisan issue. It crosses political boundaries. And I want to thank my predecessor, Secretary Elaine Chao, for helping to secure many of those pledges. Lives depend on everyone involved in transportation knowing these three things. 1, human trafficking exists. 2, there are ways to recognize it. And 3, everyone needs to know how to report it. Perhaps more than anything, I ask that we in the field of transportation take greater responsibility for dealing with this challenge and recognize opportunities to combat it. To my fellow leaders in transportation, if you aren't yet one of the over 500 leaders who have signed the pledge already, I ask you to consider doing so and encourage you to issue your own commitments detailing how your organization will act to combat human trafficking. I invite you to visit transportation.gov/stophumantrafficking to sign the pledge, find resources, and bring your organization's response to the next level. And to the traveling public, which means everyone who drives or rides or flies, we urge you to join us in this important effort. The only thing more effective than millions of transportation workers empowered to identify and report human trafficking is hundreds of millions of traveling Americans helping with that same goal. Please visit transportation.gov/stophumantrafficking to learn the signs, like people not controlling their own travel documents, having their movement restricted, or not having a genuine relationship with their traveling partner. And learn how to report it by calling 888-373-7888 or texting BEFREE, all one word, BEFREE. Together, we can save people from human trafficking across our transportation systems. Thank you very much for your attention to this very important issue.